Hi modelers, this is my channel Modeloco for all things model railway. And yes, I've got a fix for those suffering a little bit like me with intermittent smoke coming in and out on the steam generation Flying Scotsman model. It's nothing to do with the double exhaust, it's nothing to do with the water. Let's get underway. Simple when you know how. Okay, so here I am with a Scotsman, a fresh load of filtered water for it. The app's up and running. I'm going to try and alter a couple of CV settings that Hornby have kindly passed on to me that might resolve this issue. So even though the app's saying it's not connected, it is. We can see that. Being careful with the bung. And once you get used to this, it does get a lot easier. I'm going to put 2 millilitres of water in and see how we go. Will it run without the bung, people ask? Well, after we've sorted this out, we'll have a look at that. So we're going to put the sound on. Instantly got steam. So, it's working. But we have found it's bridging over. I did have one successful run on run 4 up here the other day, and when I had it on the rolling road, it seemed to perform okay initially. CV settings are found under locomotive settings, and then we go to advanced CV editor. Refresh CV data, so it's now reading all the present CV settings within the Scotsman. And all I'm going to do is to start with reset CV to 11. It should have a default of 65 and I'm going to take it down to 60. So we've got to scroll down quite a lot here now. A lot of CV settings in here. CV to 11 is 65, so it's 211, and we're going to take it down to 60. Yeah. So I've took it down from 65 to 60 and exit. So I'm going to send it round Lofthouse now and see how it gets on. I might as well send it with a rake of coaches as well. And I'll let you know. I'm not going to film it going round. I'm going to put the proper lights on now. Right. Send it round just over half speed and see how it goes. Okay, it's coming back in. I've got the lights up quite high. Sorry, I'll turn them down in a second. I'll just take that down. Turn the lights down a bit so we can see the screen. But, yeah, that has had a completely successful run by altering CV 211 from 65 to 60. So now I'm just going to alter CV 212. Locomotive settings. Again, on the top tab, you've got 3 tabs. You want to be in advanced CV editor. Yeah. CV setting 212. And that's got a setting of 50. We're going to take that down to 45. Okay, and exit. So again, going to send it round and see how we go. And that's looking good too. I'll let you know how we go on. when it's back in upper loft house. It's got to go round the layout. The layout's 21 foot by 18 foot, possibly a bit bigger than that. And we've heard a lot of talk about water and adding all sorts of things. You don't add anything. If anything, do what I've done and just add a little bit of filtered water. But tap water, Hornby said in their trials, has been absolutely fine, no issues whatsoever. So don't get into those bantering games. And like I said in the title of my other video, it's not always plain sailing. And I have a rather steep incline in one point of the layout, which this Scotsman will pull about 4 coaches. I am going to do a test with the 00 model and see how many coaches that will pull. Just going to speed her up a bit, see how we go. Let's see if it's still steaming when it gets back. Can't see from here. It's coming up Fell Bank now. Here we come. Is it still steaming? If not, I can alter that CV setting back. And no, look, we've bridged. We've bridged. And what people have been doing is putting a bit of tissue in the chimney. I've brought some tissue with me, but what I was doing was just using the pipette just to break that surface tension. So what I'm going to do now is go back into Manage Device to CV setting 212, alter that back to 50. That seemed to work best. So I'm going to give it another run now and see how we go on this time with just CV 211 down 5. That's looking a lot better already. We'll let it chuff out nice and steady. I'm just going to give it a forward and back out of loft house to see if it creates it again. It doesn't seem to be. This seems as though it could be the magic bullet we've all been waiting for. So of course, don't do anything like add oils or anything to try and break the water down in any way. Some people have also noted, of course, the P2 has a keel chap exhaust, a double exhaust, and was that causing it with such a small inlet? But hopefully, fingers crossed, no. But if that was the case, then we would be looking at a Flying Scotsman after 1961, and as it is in its present form with a keel chap exhaust. But this one has the single exhaust, which looks really fantastic, and I think we've cured it. It's looking so much better now. But fingers crossed, this will tell us, I hope, and it will be my latest update on the matter. I think as we're all finding out, water is a very interesting substance indeed. They're saying that computer chips will be made from water as it holds so much information and it behaves in strange ways. Even people have blessed water with love and compassion, and they've watched the water change under a microscope, the formation of it. Look at some of the work on that. It's really fascinating. And water that's had words that aren't conducive with what we call harmonious meaning have shown that water reacts as well in a strange way and doesn't look as harmonious. The patterns that it creates under a microscope aren't as good. It's all really interesting work that's coming out. So much is coming out now. But yet, Scotsman's still steaming. And failing that, if these two hadn't have worked, it was a CV8 complete reset, and then you'd have to download the sound file again. But that hasn't been necessary with me, I have had the bridging issue, and it's nothing to do with the water. It's just a CV setting in the locomotive. Change that, and you're gonna have one beautiful model to add to your collection. This is awesome. As I say, I was going to use the rolling road. It hasn't been necessary to try and prop it up. It's just, as I'll state again, into locomotive settings, go under one of these three tabs, which is the advanced CV editor within the HMDCC app. Scroll down to CV211 and set that down from 65 to 60, unless yours is already at 60. You can even go down a little bit more and try that. So I'm going to try that now and see what happens. But I think it's fine as it is. I'm happy with that. You might want to go between that and see what it looks like. It's coming back in now. It's had 2 good runs now. So let's have a look. It's not bridged. We're fixed. We're fixed. Sorry for the abrupt stop. What I'm going to do is go into locomotive settings, and I'm just going to put that back to 60 for now and exit. And obviously we can tweak that to 62 or 58, however we're feeling. And let's just check we're still steaming. There we go. I think we're getting a bit low on water. So what I'm going to do is, while you're all watching, get a bit in. As I say, releasing the bung. If you put it somewhere white where you can see it, I'm going to put another 1 1/4. Oops. Don't spill it on the loco if you can help it. Yeah, should we just run it a bit low? And Andy, can we run it without a bung? Should we give it a try? Why not? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It looks to me like the answer is yes, you can. I'll run it backwards and forwards just to check. Nice and steady. Back. We've sorted it. That's why you subscribe. That's why you give me a thumbs up. Independent modelling, unbiased, and like I said in the title, it's not always plain sailing, but when you cure something like this, it really does bring a real feeling of gratitude. And just think of all the hard work these people at Hornby have put in to bring you this model. It's fabulous. So yeah, you can run it without the bunging, I'd say, but I haven't had that from the horse's mouth. I'm just trying it that way. I would suggest probably, if you haven't lost your bung, keep it in there. And it looks better, doesn't it? I'm not going to give it a whole run round the layout without that, but you will get used to the bung, I promise. There we go. Just needs a little press down. So we'll just go now into CV setting 211. And I'm just going to itch that up 2, okay? And see if it still bridges. And it has, oh, it's still bridging. So it's just, it looked like it was trying to bridge. I'll try it. Right, camera back on. Just coming round. It's looking like it has bridged at 62. So for now, the magic one seems to be 60. Bring her in. So the only one else to try is somewhere between at 58. I'll try that. Give it a go. Round Loft House. And many thanks to all the people that have bought me a coffee so far. That's what I'm here to do. Helping you to help me to help others. And yeah, let's go into the locomotive settings again. This is the all important one. It's still smoking at 58, so it's really down to personal taste. So out of the two, what would I say? I'd say 60. This is a video about the fix, not a review. The review is the video before this. I've got my coffee, I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating with you, Hornby, for its innovations. And whether that is a typo, it doesn't matter, does it? I didn't notice that at first. Flying off link. Oh, look at that. Into reverse. And no, it's fine. Just keep it topped up. When the smoke peters out now, you've altered that CV setting. You'll know when it stops. You'll know when it needs some watering. Go easy with the filling, of course. Oh, fantastic. So in summary, we have a fix. It's important you keep watching. And if it works for you, you can buy me a coffee, because I'm a bit low on it. But it's sorted. Didn't happen with the P2. We thought it might be the keel chap exhaust on that, and this exhaust being just that single chimney that was causing the problem. But it's all in the settings within the app. This is what I've found. We'll see how we go in future, but I've given it some extensive tests and it's all working. I would say keep it on sound on. It doesn't seem to work as well in automated function control for me. I don't know whether that's my imagination, but it seems to work and chuff a lot better with just the sound in my trials on my model. See how you go, but go to 60. I tried up into 62, tried at 58, 59, 61 and different settings, but 60 seems to be optimum for me. I use filtered water, but you can use tap water. Don't add anything else in. That's all you need. It's as simple as that. And I can't catch it out anymore. The Bung, will it run without it? Yes, but it's better to have it in, I'd say. And if you really don't know, then keep it in. If you've lost it, then when I ran it, it seemed all right. As long as you haven't overfilled it, as long as there's enough water in there, and as long as you've got that CV setting set correctly. Don't be packing it up and sending it back. It's fine. It's an absolute stunning model. Go ahead and get yourselves one. And if you want to buy me a coffee, as I say, now's your chance. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe for all things Model Railway. And yes, Scotland the Brave. See you next time.